So, welcome to the beautiful game. Soccer, or football as we call it in most of the world, is more than just a game. It is a global language spoken on every continent, a source of immense passion, and a simple joy that brings people together. At its heart, soccer is about two teams trying to score a goal by getting a ball into the opponent's net. The beauty really lies in its simplicity. You do not need fancy equipment or a perfectly manicured pitch to play. A ball and a bit of open space are all it takes to start a match. This accessibility is a huge reason why billions of people, from young children in bustling cities to villagers in remote areas, fall in love with it every single day. The sheer passion surrounding soccer is something you have to see to believe. It is the roar of a stadium when a goal is scored, a sound that can give you goosebumps. Whether you are playing with friends on a Sunday morning or cheering for your favorite professional club, you are part of a massive worldwide family. The game teaches us about victory and defeat, about working together, and about pushing our own limits. It is a drama that unfolds in real time, with heroes and heartbreaks in every single match. Why do people love it so much? It is because soccer is a game of constant movement and creativity. Unlike some sports with frequent stops and starts, soccer flows. One moment of individual brilliance, a dazzling dribble past three defenders, can change the entire course of a game. It is a canvas for athletic artistry. The beautiful game welcomes everyone. It does not matter how tall you are, how fast you are, or where you come from. There is a position and a role for every body type and skill set. And just a fun fact for you. The first ever international football match was played between Scotland and England in 1872. The game ended in a 0-0 draw. At its core, the most important rule in soccer is wonderfully simple. You cannot use your hands or arms to touch the ball. This is the foundation of the entire game. Only the goalkeeper, inside their designated penalty area, is allowed this special privilege. For every other player on the pitch, the ball must be controlled with their feet, head, or chest. This fundamental constraint is what forces players to develop incredible skill, control, and creativity. It is why a perfectly weighted pass or a deftly controlled touch is so admired. It is the challenge of using only your feet that makes the game so fascinating to watch and so rewarding to play. Another key rule involves how the game stays in motion. The ball is considered in play as long as it remains within the boundary lines of the field, which are the touch lines on the sides and the goal lines at the ends. If the ball crosses a touch line completely, play is restarted with a throw-in. The team that did not last touch the ball gets to throw it back into play. This must be done with two hands, from behind and over the head, with both feet on the ground. Fouls are an important part of the rules, designed to keep the game fair and safe for all players. A foul is called by the referee when a player acts carelessly, recklessly, or with excessive force against an opponent. More serious fouls can result in a yellow card as a warning, or a red card, which means the player is sent off the field and their team must continue with one fewer player. Perhaps the most talked about rule for newcomers is the offside rule. It can seem a bit tricky at first, but its purpose is straightforward: to prevent players from just waiting near the opponent's goal. This rule encourages teams to move up and down the pitch together, creating a dynamic and strategic battle for space all over the field. And here's a fun fact. The original laws of the game, written in 1863, had no provision for a crossbar on the goal. A goal was scored if the ball passed between the posts at any height. Every soccer team is made up of players with different jobs, all working together towards the same goal. These roles are broadly divided into four main categories: goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards. The goalkeeper is the last line of defense, and the only player who can legally use their hands inside their own penalty area. Their primary job is to stop the opposing team from scoring. This requires bravery, quick reflexes, and great communication skills, as they can see the entire field and must organize the defenders in front of them. A great goalkeeper can single-handedly win a match for their team with crucial saves. Defenders are the players whose main responsibility is to protect their team's goal. They play in front of their goalkeeper and are tasked with stopping attacking players, blocking shots, and clearing the ball away from danger. Central defenders, or center backs, are often tall and strong, excelling at winning headers and making tackles. Fullbacks play on the wider parts of the defense and are often expected to support the attack by running up the wings. Midfielders are the engine room of the team. They play in the central area of the pitch and connect the defense with the attack. Their role is incredibly varied and demanding. They need to be good at tackling to win the ball back, but also skilled at passing to start attacks. Some midfielders are more defensive, shielding the back line, while others are more attacking, creating chances for the forwards. Forwards, also known as strikers, are the primary goal scorers. Their main job is to be in the right place at the right time to put the ball in the back of the net. Some forwards are tall and powerful, acting as a target for long passes, while others are small and agile, using their speed to run behind defenders. The thrill of scoring a goal is what drives every forward, and their success is often what grabs the headlines after a match. And just a fun fact, in the early days of soccer, formations were heavily focused on attacking. Some teams played with as many as 8 forwards and only 2 defenders. The soccer field, often called the pitch, is a clearly marked rectangular area of grass or artificial turf. While sizes can vary slightly, a standard professional pitch is about 105 meters long and 68 meters wide. The field is marked with white lines to define its boundaries and key areas. In the middle of the pitch is the halfway line, with a center circle in the middle where the game begins. The most important piece of equipment, of course, is the soccer ball itself. Modern soccer balls are marvels of engineering, designed for a true flight and a consistent bounce. The feel of the ball at your feet, the sound it makes when you strike it perfectly, these are sensations that every soccer player cherishes. It is the tool with which all the magic of the game is created. At each end of the pitch stands the goal. A goal consists of 2 vertical posts joined at the top by a horizontal crossbar. The official dimensions are 7.32 meters wide and 2.44 meters high. To a forward, the goal can look impossibly small, guarded by a determined goalkeeper. To a goalkeeper, it can feel enormous, a vast space to protect. For personal equipment or kit, players need a few essential items to play safely and comfortably. The most important are football boots, which have studs or cleats on the sole to provide grip on the grass and prevent slipping. Shin guards are also mandatory in official games. They are worn under the socks to protect the lower legs from kicks and tackles. A team jersey, shorts, and long socks complete the uniform. And just a little fun fact, the iconic 32-panel black and white soccer ball design, called the Telstar, was first introduced for the 1970 World Cup to make it more visible on black and white televisions. Every soccer match begins with a coin toss between the 2 team captains, officiated by the referee. The kickoff takes place in the center circle. On the referee's whistle, one player from the starting team can pass the ball forward to a teammate, and at that moment the game is officially underway. The ultimate objective in soccer is to score a goal. A goal is awarded when the whole of the ball has passed over the goal line, between the goalposts and under the crossbar. The referee is the final judge and will signal a goal by pointing towards the center circle. The team that scores the most goals by the end of the match wins. Scoring a goal is the culmination of teamwork, skill, and opportunity. It often begins far down the field with a defender winning the ball. Might involve a series of clever passes through the midfield to move the ball into an attacking position. The final action could be a powerful shot from a distance, a precise header from a cross, or a calm finish in a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper. The feeling of scoring a goal is one of the greatest thrills in all of sports. For the player who scores, it is a moment of personal triumph. For their teammates, it is a shared success. For the fans, it is a release of tension and an explosion of joy. Fun fact, the fastest goal ever scored in a World Cup match was by Hakan Şükür of Turkey, who scored just 11 seconds into the game against South Korea in 2002. Passing is the most fundamental skill in soccer, and it's really the very essence of playing as a team. The most basic and common type of pass is made with the inside of the foot, and honestly, this technique offers the most control and accuracy. A team that can pass the ball well can actually control the game, keep possession, and create those all-important scoring chances. Developing your passing ability involves more than just kicking the ball. It requires vision and awareness. Before you even receive the ball, you should be looking around and taking a mental picture of the pitch. Great players are always aware of their surroundings, and that allows them to make quick decisions once they get the ball. They know where they're going to pass it before it even arrives at their feet. Communication is also a vital part of effective passing. This doesn't just mean shouting. It can be a simple hand gesture, a pointed finger, or making eye contact with a teammate to let them know you're ready for a pass. This verbal and nonverbal communication builds understanding and trust between players, making the team's passing movements much more coordinated and effective. It turns a group of individuals into a cohesive unit. Practice is really the only way to improve your passing. Start by simply passing the ball against a wall to get used to the feel and to work on your control. Then practice with a partner, focusing on accuracy and the weight of the pass. Fun fact, Xavi Hernandez, the legendary Spanish midfielder, once completed 127 out of 136 passes in a single World Cup match, which is honestly a stunning display of passing accuracy. Shooting is the skill that, well, gets all the glory. While passing often uses the inside of the foot for control, the most common technique for a powerful shot uses the laces, which is the hard, bony area on the top of your foot. Precision is just as important as power, if not more so. A powerful shot that flies wide of the goal is honestly useless. To improve accuracy, the key is to keep your head down and your eyes on the ball at the moment of contact. There are many different types of shots for different situations. If you're close to the goal and need more finesse than power, you can use the inside of your foot for a placement shot. If the ball is in the air, you might try a volley or a header. Great strikers have a wide range of finishing techniques in their toolkit, allowing them to score from almost any position and in any circumstance, making them unpredictable and dangerous. Confidence is a huge part of successful shooting. You can't be afraid to miss. The best goal scorers in the world take many shots during a game, and not all of them go in. You build this confidence in practice. Spend time shooting from different angles and distances. The more you practice the technique, the more natural it will feel, and the more confident you'll become in front of the goal. Fun fact: the record for the most official goals scored by one player is held by Cristiano Ronaldo, who has scored over 890 goals for his clubs and country throughout his incredible career. Soccer is, without a doubt, the ultimate team sport. No matter how brilliant an individual player might be, they just can't win a match on their own. Success in soccer is built on trust, communication, and a shared understanding between all 11 players on the pitch. It's about celebrating a goal together, knowing that every single player contributed to that moment, from the goalkeeper who started the play to the forward who scored it. Effective teamwork requires every player to understand their role and how it fits into the bigger picture. A defender's primary job is to defend, but when they support the attack, they create overloads that confuse the opposition. Communication is the glue that holds a team together. On the pitch, this means constant talking. Players call for the ball, warn others of approaching opponents, and give encouragement after a mistake. Off the pitch, teamwork is built in training, in the dressing room, and through shared experiences. Strong bonds between players create a positive environment where everyone feels supported and motivated to give their best for the team. When a team clicks, it's like watching a perfectly synchronized orchestra with every member playing their part in harmony. This shared journey, with all its ups and downs, forges friendships and creates memories that last a lifetime. In the 2004 European Championship, Greece won the tournament against all odds. They weren't a team of superstars, but their incredible teamwork and defensive organization led them to one of the biggest upsets in football history. In the end, soccer is so much more than just a game of kicking a ball into a net. It's a source of joy, a builder of character, and a force for unity across the globe. For children, it's a fantastic way to stay active, develop coordination, and learn the importance of fair play. It teaches them how to be part of a team, how to win with grace, and how to lose with dignity. The game is also a wonderful way for people of all ages to maintain their physical and mental health. Playing soccer is a brilliant cardiovascular workout that improves stamina, strength, and agility. Joining a local amateur team can be a fantastic social outlet, a way to meet new people and build a sense of community. It provides a healthy escape from the stresses of daily life. Soccer's global reach is one of its most powerful attributes. When the World Cup is on, the entire planet comes to a standstill, united in its focus on the beautiful game. It's a common language that can bridge cultural, social, and economic divides. In a world that can often feel divided, soccer provides moments of shared humanity and collective celebration. So whether you aspire to play in a grand stadium or just want to have a kickabout in the park, soccer has something to offer you. Don't be intimidated if you're just starting out. The beauty of soccer lies in its simplicity and its ability to create moments of pure, unscripted magic. It's a game for everyone, a gift that keeps on giving, and its enduring popularity is a testament to its universal and timeless appeal. Fun fact: the FIFA World Cup is the most widely viewed and followed sporting event in the world, with the final match regularly attracting over 1 billion television viewers.